On the west coast of North America, nestled between Vancouver Island, mainland British Columbia, and Washington State, is an area known as the Salish Sea. This name recognizes the Coast Salish peoples, a group of many individual nations who have called this land and these waters home for thousands of years. The Salish Sea has a sea surface area of 16,925 square kilometers, with 7,470 kilometers of coastlines. This area boasts a rich ecosystem that supports a complex net of life. At the base of this ecosystem are the primary producers, autotrophic plankton and algae that convert sunlight into organic energy. Every other organism in the ecosystem relies upon these photosynthesizers. At higher trophic levels, the Salish Sea is home to over 3,000 species of macroinvertebrates. It also houses over 253 fish and 172 bird species. Some of the largest organisms in the Salish Sea are the 38 mammal species that call this area home. At the very top of the food chain, there's one particular unique community, the southern resident orca whales. The southern residents are made up of J, K, and L pods, which together form one extended family. Orca whales are a K-selected species, meaning they're larger, have fewer offspring, and have long generation times. Orca whales are unique in that the offspring stay with their mothers throughout their lives. Orcas have complex cultures that are taught and passed down through generations. One important part of orca whale culture is vocalization. These whales create complex sounds that are used for communication, navigation, and echolocation. These whale calls were recorded by researchers in the Salish Sea using underwater microphones. But there's another noise that is ever present in these waters. The Salish Sea is intersected by multiple major international shipping lanes. The onslaught of ships and tankers makes for an almost constant hum. Researchers have found that whales are being subjected to noise levels equivalent to a vacuum cleaner. The southern resident orcas rely on one main food source, Chinook salmon. To hunt their prey, they use a complex series of echolocation clicks. The Chinook salmon are already scarce, and now the noise of ships is making it difficult for the orcas to even locate their prey. The southern resident orcas are critically endangered. Only 73 individuals remain. The population has continuously declined over the last 20 years, and this decline can be directly linked to three causes: decreased prey, pollutants, and disturbance from vessel presence and noise. Orca whales are a keystone species in the Salish Sea. This means that they have a disproportionately large impact on their environment. But humans are driving orcas to extinction, and human activity in the Salish Sea isn't just harming orcas. The number of endangered species in the Salish Sea has nearly doubled between 2008 and 2011. Before Europeans colonized the area around the Salish Sea, orca populations were much higher. Eurocentric cultures tend to be disconnected from the land, viewing humans as above other organisms. In contrast to this, connection to the land and water is at the forefront of Coast Salish cultural beliefs and practices. For thousands of years, the Coast Salish have lived in harmony with the Salish sea ecosystem. Historically, the Salish people were reliant upon the sea for their survival, and thus worked to care for their environment. The Coast Salish people show a respect for the land that Eurocentric cultures tend to lack. This respect includes taking only resources that are needed. Modern consumerism is detrimental to the health of ecosystems. We tend to acquire more stuff, but everything we acquire causes damage. When goods and fuel are shipped across the world, marine organisms are harmed. We need to protect the southern resident orcas, as well as other members of the complex Salish sea ecosystem. There are many steps that can be taken to move towards this goal. Technology used by the military could be used to quiet commercial fleets, and even just slowing down can greatly reduce noise pollution. Noise intensity would be halved if boats would slow by 6 knots. To reduce the noise emitted by boats, we can also try to reduce the number of motorized boats on the water. There are many alternatives, such as sailboats and kayaks, that are much quieter. Though the southern resident orca population is in decline, it's not too late to save these whales if action is taken now. We can try and make the Salish Sea sound less like this and more like this.